Hello and welcome to this week's My Little Podcast. Here we are. This is my wife, Shelly.
Hi.
And I'm Gary. Hello. Now we have a cheeky little sponsor from our MyLittleHomestead.com. There, if you go to the site, you kind of look over there, and there's a little button that says shop. Go ahead and give that a peg that little guy. And then you're going to find all kinds of different things. We're going to find shirts, t-shirts, right?
Yep, t-shirts.
Sweatshirts. They're really cool. It's kind of getting cold. It's time for sweatshirts. There are a multitude of different things, from mugs and cups and hats and aprons and what else?
Yeah, I want to give you a little trick. If you go into the shop and then you go down to pick the stickers and you just look through the stickers, that will give you a good idea of all the designs. You can figure out what design you want. That's how I do it when I'm going to go get something. Make sure that you're in the shop search, and then if you can just put one of those words, like if you want to do think big, then just put in elephant or something like that, and then those items will come up, and that'll help you find the logos, because there's quite a bit. I think there's over 100 designs that Bree has out there. So
stickers.
Yeah, I go to stickers because then you get all the logos.
Yeah, great tip. All right. So be sure to check out the shop and all the things that we've got involved there, and have some fun this Christmas. So it's exciting to be here. We've had a fantastic week, have we not?
Yes, we have.
What have we done?
We have been visiting family.
Family.
Last week, yeah. So.
Did I get my white Christmas?
Oh my goodness, you got a wonderful white Christmas.
I did.
Yeah, we were up in the California area.
Siskiyous.
Yeah, and they had road closures and whatnot, but we were on the back roads. We went over, I think it was 89.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, beautiful trees, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It was just outstanding.
So we had a great time doing that. We took Bryson with us, so that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And then we met Bree and Jared there.
Yep.
Everybody else stayed home, so that's okay. We went and had fun with some family up there.
Yep. Jocelyn and Eddie and the girls.
Yeah.
And then,
we stayed at their
And then the big
nice place.
family, too. We got together with the big family group, the cousins.
How many were there? 64?
I think it was in the 60s, yeah.
64, and they counted a dozen more that normally attend that couldn't come this year because of work or whatever. And
yeah.
So it was quite a big party there. We actually inhabited a great big huge restaurant and just kind of took it over. It was fun. Food was good.
Probably hear the rocket stove rocketing back there. We dusted it off and got it going. So it's doing a great job back there. It's pretty toasty in here.
Are you toasty now?
I'm gonna have to take my sweatshirt off soon, but we'll just leave it for now.
We're going to be looking at 2 episodes. The one is the second tips. Now take a look at that. That was launched on Wednesday. And then on Friday, Garen got his van remodel he's been doing. So that's looking really good. We'll talk about those 2 different things, and it'll be exciting. Looking back here now, what Shelly did with the tips, we're going to come make some comments there. How'd you feel about that tips video before we get started?
It feels good to finally get it out. We've been wanting to share some things that we've learned over the years, and it's fun to finally get it out. It's been on the list for a long time.
There were just comments and comments about how nice and thankful, and we're grateful for those too, of course. But we had a couple of interesting ones here, so let's take a look at it here. We have here from Rutlock. Rutlock says here, "Merry Christmas, MLH family. Throughout 2021, you brought a lot of entertainment to your audience. You've taught us how to do things, you've made us laugh, and you've presented many heartfelt events and scenes. Well done." Somebody was watching.
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you.
So, yes, thank you very much. Yeah, you can kind of see the 3 H's. And what were they again?
Well, let's see. It's a little bit of how-to, a little bit of heartfelt, and a little bit of humor. Making sure that those 3 elements are in every show. Because, it's funny how when you get deep into editing, it's easy to forget one of those. And so it's always nice to kind of have a checklist in your head that, you want to make sure those elements all are there. So it's not critical, but it's been our sauce.
I don't know. It's kind of been the sauce, secret sauce, I guess. And we've had it for a long time. I mean, since we've been kind of getting into this whole video thing, we were starting to see once you were leaving the how-to-ish, strictly how-to that we were doing in the beginning, and starting to branch out a little bit, we found that we could do a little heartfelt, and then that we were kind of funny, I guess, at least funny looking, so that helped. So that 3 H's are pretty much in every video. You can certainly find them. Liz Nichols says here, "This is so helpful for me. I have been wanting to start my own YouTube channel."
Well,
Isn't
that is wonderful. And yeah, congratulations and go for it. And that's fantastic. Yeah. And that was, I guess that's part of the reason why we wanted to do this too, is hopefully people can look at things that we learned and the mistakes we made, and if you're to get started, you can bypass a lot of that and just hop on the game. And
the next set of comments relate to Garen's project with his water systems.
Yeah, he gave me a call after the first one had failed, and he said, "Mom, it's not going to work. What am I going to do? I got video footage, and I got." Should I put it in? And I said, yeah, absolutely, put it in. It's always fun to see what doesn't work, because I don't know about you, but a lot of times I learn more from my mistakes than I do from things that are successful. So
yeah. Well, a couple more comments here. Brian Hale says, I'm not going to lie, maybe guilty of skipping through some projects to see the end results, but I always find myself watching every second of Garen's builds. Dude is a saint with his reaction to all that wasted time and effort with the water tanks. He's able to kind of move forward going, I mean, he's a bright guy, so it's not like he built something that was dumbly made. It would have worked had there been a little bit more clearance. And but you're right, he is a saint. He really does have that heart to just, well, that didn't quite work. Let's don't get too frustrated. What can I do differently, and move forward. Nice. Shirley Carter says here, hi Garen, hey, I've been following the camper vans and the tiny home videos for some time now, and have seen for the gray water that if you use Echo dish soap, that can just let it drain straight out of the hose and outside. But if that's not allowed, then they just put a bucket under and catch that waste. As a result, then you have more space under the sink for storage. So looking forward to following you all on your first trip and holidays and seeing how it works out for you. So yeah, I guess he could have just like cut a hole in the van and then just drained it out, and then put a bucket underneath there at the times when.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then but either way, but when you're driving and you want to use the sink, it's all set up and ready to go. So you only have to, and you got to think too that for every 5 gallon of water, you get 5 gallon of waste. Mm-hmm. So before you have to go and change out the 5 gallon bucket, you also have to do the waste at the same time. It should be equal.
Oh, that makes sense.
So one will be able to do the other. So that'll work out great. Coxley Wood Bodgering. I would suggest a strap or a bungee near the top of the jug for when it's too low. Take care. Stay safe. Have a wonderful Christmas holidays. Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I think a strap maybe. He does have a little bit of, he put a lip so that they don't slip around too much inside there. Mm. But maybe for the tipsy-turvy thing, maybe a little strap at the top would be good. A bungee cord or baling wire, chewing gum, something up there to kind of hold it still. Joyce Gibbons says here, Garen, the second idea would be absolutely awesome. Do you have room in the freshwater area to hold a backup 5 gallon jug? And I was kind of looking at that going, hey, it looks like you could almost sneak another 5 gallon down there too. So you have both. Thank you, Joyce. That's a good one here. The CNC Obsession here says, put an overflow tube on the drain bucket that goes to the floor just in case. So in case, things water's leaking out. I would use a vent line to connect to a filler outside. No need to pack the water in and out. Cheap float valve would stop the overfilling. Oh, well, that's another idea. It's another really great idea there. So Phyllis Stein says here, wait, you're not going to put pesky water jugs in Azalea's secret cupboard, are you? Water schmatter. Who needs it anyway?
That's cute.
One more comment here. Twyla Tuttle says here, what? No Christmas video? Last year, Bree serenaded us with a beautiful Christmas song. More of that, please. Well, that leads us to what's going to be happening on Wednesday night, right?
Wednesday the 22nd?
Yep. Wednesday
We're going
22nd.
to be, and we've talked about this before, but we're going to be doing a live stream of Christmas carols. We're hoping everybody arrives back home through all the snow. It was a little bit difficult for us to get home. I hope they can all get home so we can all be here on Wednesday. It'll be right back here with all the instruments here. You'll be doing Christmas carols, Bryson. I even think Brie, of course, maybe Shay. Maybe Skylar. I don't know if Skylar has any musical. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
well, just get him in there.
But now Jared
just move his mouth.
Jared was
Jared. I think he may help us some drum
yeah,
stuff.
I think he wants to learn some guitar in the future. So he'll be involved, and
so we'll gather as many of the gang here as we possibly can.
Yeah. And then what's going to happen now on Christmas Day, we're working on a couple things. It'll be either one or the other. We've been putting together a full version of Garen and Ellie, or all the manufactured changes that they made, all the remodeling. And so we thought, well, that might be something that's useful for people who have manufactured homes and mobile homes and want to just want to update what they have. And so we're putting together a full version of that. If that gets done, that'll come out on Christmas Day. If not, we have a backup plan. We have kind of a little animated thing that the kids did a few years back, and that's about a 30-minute little fun animation that we'll put out if we don't get the film forward.
I think eventually we'll get that out, but
both of them will come out
at
some point.
Yeah.
But
we're not sure if Christmas Day is the day to do that or not. So.
It'll actually be Christmas Eve is the Friday.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
But we always like to put something out because some of us don't have family around, and we always like to put something for those that are, maybe they're home by themselves, or maybe there's just a couple of them, and it just something to something new and fresh that we can put out. For the, those. Yeah.
Well, that's going to wrap us up for this week's podcast. We hope to have the other chairs filled with more people. It won't just be you and I guess.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen soon. So we want to thank you for your time and want to say goodbye.
Yeah, and have a wonderful Christmas
Yes,
week.
please.
So we'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye.